Okay. Today we are going to be going over the Cash to Credit Masterclass. Strategies for financial transition and credit building. Now, what is this? Every dollar that you put into your credit cash is worth $9 to $10 credit. So we have discovered that credit is the safest investment tool to gain stability, leverage, and freedom, ultimately allowing you to parlay those funds into strong money market funds, which at that point, they outpace the interest that you're paying. And this is where it gets silly. Okay. So what do we mean by this? All right, so we want to acknowledge that we have money that we get every month in cash that we spend on our debit cards. And that's okay. But you don't get a cash score. All right. So this income routing and credit shift is designed to show you how we're going to now take your monthly income, route it into net 30 vendors, secure credit cards, and installment loans. And that's going to funnel and create what's called a usage, report, and limit lift. All right. So let's discuss that again. The old paradigm, surviving the month, cash dependency. We are transitioning to a new paradigm, which is escaping cash dependency. And credit is going to now absorb all of your routine expenditures. Okay? Your cash is going to now position you to get to the next tier of financing. My bad, Lamar. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. All right. All right, so you're following me. All right, so right now you're living off cash. Boom. We're trying to get you to getting away from the cash dependency, regardless of what you got going on. Now, understand you might not have any monthly income, and if you don't worry because the people who do have monthly income who support and give to this program are going to make sure that we can support your file as a part of our mission. So don't you worry. All right. So, strategic capital allocation, the 90-day building plan. How are you going to structure your spending to create this credit foundation? Well, here we go. And this is all relative. Number one, Uline and Quill, $50 to $100. All right. You're going to take 50 to $100 and you're going to put it into a Uline account or Quill account for whatever you need. Credit Strong, another 100. Secure card deposit, 50 to 100. And your bank balance is going to be your pad, which is your remainder. All right. In 90 days of consistent payments and monitoring, what's going to happen is you'll have 3 to 5 reported trade lines, a paydex score generated, and 2,000 to 4,000 in credit limits. And it's going to cost you between $750 and $1,200 to make the payments, keep it going. So $1,200 over 3 months is about $400 a month. Now, what does that mean? That means the money that you're making, you need to partition that outside of it. All right? It needs to be outside of that. So here we go. The cash to credit cycle and growth model. All right? The first thing we're trying to do is establish your bank health by having a payment rhythm, 0 NSFs, and a rising average daily balance. Meaning, if you're not operating your business, no problem. Don't try to stick to this perfectly, okay? This is just showing you the model. We want to establish your bank health first, then build the business credit, and then unlock the credit and growth. All right? So establishing the bank health, the foundation, building the business credit, the credibility. And once you have the credibility, now you have the decision-making ability, which is the growth. All right? So we want to take your vendors' on-time reports and establish your business bureau files, which we went over in the last video. And use this to unlock credit growth. Credit capacity equals tenfold the cash routed. So if you route $100 through your business credit payables and it survives an on-time remark, you're going to get $1,000 result in your score and available credit, okay? This is going to cause your survival pressure to ease, and your operating costs, which is how much you're spending monthly to survive, are going to then convert to 30-day terms, which means you don't have to pay it now, you can pay it in 30 days. This is going to free up your cash for the next seed cycle. All right, so immediate action plan and how to secure your first trade line. All right, and why do we want to put money into the credit? I'm going to explain all that in a second. All right. First thing you want to do is open a Net30 account tonight if you're ready. If you're not, don't worry. Just finish the lesson and continue to go through it. Complete an application for one Net30 account. Place a $50 order and make a purchase to activate the account. Schedule a Friday deposit. Set up the deposit for this Friday and set a payment reminder and add it to your calendar alert to pay 5 days earlier. This is an immediate win and multiplication. The outcome of these micro tasks are going to create your first reported trade lines. Launching the 9-fold multiplication for credit growth before the next lesson begins. All right. So this is the building model and how much it's going to cost roughly for a 90 to 120 day plan. Okay. About a $200 payment a month to the installment, $300 to your secure cards, $150 to gas, $100 to Amazon, and $200 remaining in your bank account. Now, if you look at this, your installment loans is probably anything you're already using. Your daily expenditures on secure cards, your gas is used on fleet, and Amazon and Home Depot to handle your normal maintenance. So substitute all the stuff you have in your house, go back and take it back, put that money on a Home Depot or Amazon business card, buy everything for your business from now on. All right, so look at this now. Your projected outcomes and growth. If you put $3,600 into your credit in 8 months, you will have access to $15,000 credit. All right, so you put $3,600 cash in. Now you have access to $15,000. All right, so to me, that's a strong investment model. All right, the financial transition flow. How to go from cash conversion conservation to credit capacity. 1, strategic cash management and credit adoption. You have to adopt the use of credit and understand that this is how you maintain and take control over your life. All right? Credit does not automatically have to pitfall you. If we follow these steps, we will learn how operating costs function into all of this, and we will be able to migrate into using credit. All right? Cash is going to now be conserved for strategic deposits, meaning looking forward to building more credit. All right. When you start doing this, you're going to get what they call algorithmic score improvement, meaning you're going to start seeing your score go up weirdly proportionately exponentially. All right, your bank fee to them internally is going to basically show a steady incline of owner contribution. All right, and that's going to lift all your algorithms and scores. Now, credit has to become your primary tool and approval. All right, and what's going to happen is once you start using credit and cycling all of your money that you get cash flow into credit deposits, and keeping some of that cash on reserve to make the payments until your next liquidity cycle, you're going to start getting unsolicited approvals in the mail. All right. And your credit is going to become a primary working tool. I mean, you're not even going to be thinking about it anymore. You're going to be asking the Karen's question, which is, can I afford that? All right. So, runway for capacity tier, setting the runway for a capacity tier without equity dilution, meaning without digging into your pockets and going liquid thin, we're still going to launch you into the credit stratosphere. Okay. So here we go. Common credit building pitfalls and the impacts of them. Late payments. Why do we want you to have a budget set aside? Because we don't need any late payments. Paying vendors on day 31 is going to report late. The consequence of a late record, 20 to 50 points. Okay, we want to maintain a zero balance. We don't want to maintain a zero balance or get any NSFs ever. Okay, so we don't want to let the bank account hit $0, meaning this is going to be a functional investment tool. You're showing credit display. You're displaying how well you use credit. All right. And avoid applying for 5 cards in one day because that's going to flag desperation. And you're going to get a desperation flag, and it's going to be a bad mark on your credit report. And it's going to be hard for us to undo that. We'll have to start over. All right. So the paradigm shift from cash constraint to credit-led growth. Right now, cash is your bottleneck. It's how you're surviving. It's got you in survival mode. So your liquidity is limited right now by the cash flow. That's no problem. By immediately putting that cash into credit, you automatically turn that into $9 of money. For every dollar that you just made that decision for, it just became $9 in 6 months. All right. So this credit-led growth or credit-led approach is going to lead to growth, our ability to execute missions, and stability. All right, because now our opportunities are focused on directing the liquidity towards objectives and not bills. All right. Institutional capacity, compounding seed to capacity, meaning disciplined routing of your money and low utilization is going to preserve your score and allow for the effects of it to compound. All right. This is how you maximize the impact of your habit shift. All right. So how are you going to maintain this habit and protect your leverage and ensure that you grow? Number one, you're going to monitor your utilization weekly. Okay. Google Calendar is going to be your best friend. Okay. You're not going to have best friends. All right. Track your aggregate credit usage. Identify spikes early and maintain low ratios. Now, I'm most likely going to have something that we could use to start getting our minds ready to operate in this way. You're going to ladder your statement dates. Okay. So when you start this, you're not just going to get through the process and not write down, oh, you're going to have these payments done on these dates. No, you're going to have to extend those payments out to optimize your cash flow and know what's going on. And coordinate your cut dates, meaning so you can operate within what's happening around you, not making what's happening around you cause you to operate. All right. Your business has to be set up for distractions. All right. And also make sure you file your reports on time. This is going to ensure compliance and build trust with the lenders and demonstrate that you are a reliable borrower. All right, so these steps are going to protect your multiplier which you're going to stack monthly, raise your limits and algorithms, and prevent score drops. So remember, every month that you compound positive history multiplies the outcome of when you apply. Financial capacity tiers and growth path. All right, so first, we're going to go from survival to stability. And what do you need? About $400 monthly to get through building your credit, your business or your personal credit, to have about $2,000 to $4,000 capacity. This outcome takes you out of survival mode and brings you to stability only. Now, stability only allows you to be consistent. It does not allow you to grow. So what we need to do is leverage, okay? So for those of you who have stable employment, get paid weekly, you might want to go ahead and take your stability and start inputting about $1,200 into your credit every month, which is going to give you an expected yield of $15,000, okay? So look at this now. From $400, you are able to generate $4,000 in credit capacity. That's times 10. From $1,200, it's $15,000. That's almost 11 and a half. And when you look at inputting for a teacher who makes $3,500 a month, they're able to generate up to 75K, if not more, of leverage, credit leverage, based on just simply rerouting a check they're already going to get into nothing but credit. All right, even if it's just, here's my whole check on a secure debit card, secure credit card, and I pay it and I only spend what I have, and next month it pays it off for me. All right, so that's going to generate a credit score. And off a teacher's salary, even if you only made $36,000 a year, well, you can build $70,000, $75,000 in credit capacity. So now you make $36,000 a year, but you have access to $100,000 because of the 75K in credit. All right, strategic cash injection, the 1, 1, 2, 3 sequence. So basically, what this is telling you is when you put 1 unit of cash injection in on month 1, you're not going to see anything happen really just yet. But month 2, you're going to start seeing it bend upward. By the 3rd month, depending on how liquid you are, you could see significant growth. And by month 4, you should be ready to secure some serious credit. All right. So this systematic tier elevation, it basically is going to compound organically. You don't have to do anything. As the point is that credit builds exponentially off your consistency. So if you only make A, B, and C dollars every month, all you have to do is stay at that level for the next 6 months, leverage your credit behavior to get the credit capacity, put that capacity into your life with a working plan, and use the new cash flow, the increased cash flow, to satisfy the debts that you acquired, which is going to increase your cash injection potential for the next setup. All right. So this is a practical application just to get one of your net 30s set up. You're going to go to this Uline website, uline.com, browse office supplies and add it to the cart, $50. You can see that you add your business information there. Just make sure it's accurate and do the checkout. And you're going to schedule your payment to come out. And so if you need to do this just so you can get comfortable with it, just go to the Uline website and try to do one for yourself. All right, so here's where Google Calendar comes in. Automating financial discipline, calendar alerts, turning abstract discipline into concrete notifications. This is as simple as spending literally 3 minutes looking at Google Calendar and touching one of the days and seeing what happens. If you just look at Google Calendar, just click it on your phone, push one of the days, it's going to pop up and ask you to type something in. Just type something in so you can see how easy it is to set the alert. All right. And as you can see how they have it, the salary was deposited on Wednesday or Thursday. Supplier payment for the tier 1 is on the 5th or 6th. Credit cards cut on the 10th. Service invoice for tier 2 was paid between these dates. Supplier payment for tier 2 was on this date. The client transfers the money. The credit card B is cut. Checks are cut, I mean. And the supplier payment for tier 1. So boom. You see, you just put the dates, whatever, it doesn't matter. You just set them as concrete notifications. And you can do it during the lesson so that, you're already set up. And make sure you configure your payment dates as 5 days before this specific time is due so that it shows it's on time. All right. Actionable accountability step. Your first step is what cash amount can you reroute this week to start your credit journey and get it back on the right track? Which vendor will you open and what date will your first payment hit? These are the questions that you're going to have to ask yourself consistently. And if you engage and commit on these things, you will be fine. You don't have to post your answer, but post your answer below for accountability and create your own user-generated proof. Let us build together. All right, so mandatory micro win net 30 activation. Open one net 30 account, place a $50 order, take a screenshot of the confirmation, and you can upload it to the Janine Telegram or the Meta Churchill Pashana Telegram on Meta 89 Trust. I'm sorry for WhatsApp. Sorry. All right. So remember, any cash that we put in launches a 9-fold multiplier and a shared timestamp before the next module. All right, so here we go. Cash-to-Credit Masterclass, Phase 1 of Financial Discipline and Strategic Growth. Guard the rhythm. Make sure your deposit rhythm and deadline is in your mind. Make sure 0 NSFs and early payments. And make sure your annual report deadlines are met. All right. Strategic allocation, meaning we're going to reroute our dollars into credit, review how we did weekly, and advance up the tier and let our selves go from survival to stability to leverage to freedom. Okay? All right, now for those of you who have stayed to the end, I have something special for you. So what you're going to do is come to this website. All right. So let me make sure I got us on the right website. Hold on. All right, this is our new interactive website that we have. And just going to take you to it so that you can see here the Business Credit Pro website. Build your business credit from zero. Transform your business financial future with our comprehensive credit building course and interactive cash flow tools. And quite simply, folks, what you're going to do to utilize this site, just scroll through it if you want. Monthly cash flow calculator, you can calculate your cash flow projections. And if you put in $5,000 a month, based on having 12 months of growth, you can basically, it's showing you 10% growth on your money. All right. So you can access the full calculator and basically see these things in real time and how much, if you put into your credit, what the cumulative totals will be and how much is expected to be worth at a certain time. So this will just help you to understand how putting the money into credit actually translates into capacity. You see $500 turned into 12,000, roughly 12,000 of, after 12 months. So like I said, once you get done playing with the calculators, you'll come over here to the course, which there's a free 4-module business credit building course here. Takes about 12 hours to get through it. But once you get through this, you'll have a very great understanding of this model, and it's just something that you could do and use it for your own benefit or use it to help others. All right. In the resources page, what you'll see is this credit building timeline, which will take you to a site and give you an explanation on some data and how to actually utilize the tools and what uh, these terms mean that we're introducing, expanding, optimizing, establishing, which if you reference the tutorial and the dissertation we just went through, you'll have a general understanding of what those things mean in context. The cash flow tool, there's a bank statement analysis tool here where you can upload your bank statements and tax returns, and it will give you a financial analysis and recommended tax documents that you should use and correct your tax return if needed. So there's IRS information down here if you need to review that. Going back to the resource page, we have a financial planning tool down here where you can input your business metrics and get your kind of a outline of kind of what's going to be happening. Some of these tools I need to fix, but I will do that at a later time because clearly my numbers aren't working right now. And that is okay. I can fix that shortly. All right, so going back here, there's a business credit checklist. You just go through here and figure out what you already have. It's supposed to save that, but once again, I'll fix that. And when you are uh, done with these things, there's a tool for giving as well. For those of you who are interested in seeing us grow, and make sure that we don't have any more typos on our website. Please see here our PayPal link and our Cash App link is there below. But this course is free. Feel free to start learning today. And thank you all so much for joining me in Black Services Research and Development Co. I will put a link to this website in the description below. And as I said before, thank you again. Good day to you.